The dog picked up the baby for the third time. Sarah screamed at him to stop. Duke ignored her, something he'd never done before. He carried 6-month-old Emma to the same corner, set her down, and began clawing at the wall like something was buried inside. 30 minutes later, Sarah learned what Duke was smelling and why one more day would have killed them all. Duke was the kind of dog who could carry eggs in his mouth without cracking them. The 160-pound St. Bernard understood fragility. So when Emma came home from the hospital 6 months ago, Sarah wasn't worried. Duke approached the car seat in slow motion, sniffed once, then lay down beside it. From that moment, Emma had a shadow. Duke stationed himself beside her crib every nap. When Sarah moved Emma between rooms, he followed 3 steps behind. At night, he slept in the hallway between their bedroom and the nursery. For 6 months, their rhythm was peaceful, predictable, safe. Then came Tuesday morning, 9:47 a.m., and everything broke.
Sarah was at her desk when she heard Duke's collar, not his normal lazy shifting, but purposeful jingling. She looked up. Duke was standing over Emma, mouth open. Before Sarah could move, he gripped the back of her pink onesie and lifted her off the activity mat. "Duke, no!" He ignored her, walked straight to the far corner of the living room, the one with the exterior wall, set Emma down carefully, positioned his massive body as a barrier between the baby and the house. Then he turned and looked at Sarah. That look wasn't normal. His eyes were pleading, desperate, like he was screaming something Sarah couldn't hear. She scooped up Emma and carried her back to the mat. "Bad boy." Duke whimpered, but stayed in the corner, eyes locked on the baseboard. 15 minutes passed. Duke stood up and did it again. Same grip, same walk, same corner, same desperate eyes. Sarah's frustration flared. "Stop it!" She moved Emma to the office bouncer where she could watch her. Duke followed but couldn't settle. He paced, whined. His gaze kept pulling toward that corner like something invisible was dragging him back. Sarah stared from the doorway.
"What are you trying to tell me?" An hour crawled by. After feeding Emma upstairs, Sarah brought her back down to the living room floor. Duke exploded into action, faster this time, urgent. He snatched Emma up, practically ran to the corner, and immediately started scratching the baseboard with his paw. Scratch, scratch, scratch. He whined, loud, insistent, then looked at Sarah and scratched harder. Fear replaced frustration. Something is wrong. Sarah called James. Duke keeps dragging Emma to the corner and clawing at the wall. Maybe an animal inside? Check outside near that wall. She looked. Nothing visible. "I'm coming home at 3. Keep Emma away from there." Sarah hung up and knelt beside Duke, still stationed at the corner like a soldier. "What do you smell, boy?" Smell. That word unlocked something. Sarah called her father, a contractor for 40 years. She explained Duke's behavior, the insistence, the exact corner, the scratching. Silence on the line. "Sarah, that corner is on an exterior wall, right? Where the gas line enters?" "Yes. And he's scratching the baseboard near the floor?" "Yes, why?" "Hang up. Call the gas company emergency line right now. Duke is smelling a leak. Dogs detected at concentrations we can't. If he's that insistent, it's bad. Get out of the house."
Sarah's chest tightened. She grabbed Emma, the diaper bag, called Duke, and rushed outside to the lawn. She dialed emergency services. "Gas leak! My dog won't stop alerting to a wall!" The operator didn't hesitate. "Address, crew dispatched. Stay 50 feet from the house. Don't go back inside." 12 minutes later, an emergency vehicle arrived. 2 technicians jumped out with detection meters. Sarah pointed to the window. "That's where he kept taking her." The technicians walked the perimeter. Within 3 minutes, 1 meter began beeping rapidly. The technician looked at Sarah. We're detecting significant natural gas. We need to access that wall immediately." They worked for 40 minutes. James arrived halfway through, pale after Sarah's phone explanation. Finally, a technician approached, his face serious. "Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell, we found a crack in your main gas line inside that wall. Based on the leak rate, it's been escaping for at least 36 hours. In another day or two, you would have reached critical concentration. Any spark, a light switch, the furnace, static electricity could have triggered an explosion." He paused. "Your dog saved your lives. Dogs detect natural gas at 1 part per million. He knew exactly where the danger was and refused to quit." James knelt down and wrapped his arms around Duke's neck. "Good boy. You perfect, stubborn boy."
That evening, after the gas line was replaced and Emma was asleep, the family sat together in the living room. Sarah couldn't stop looking at that corner. If Duke had given up after the second try, if she'd locked him outside. She looked at Duke, sprawled on his side after devouring the largest steak she could find, finally relaxed. James said quietly, "When Emma's old enough, we'll tell her about the day her best friend saved her life." Duke's tail thumped twice against the floor, but he didn't open his eyes. He didn't need cameras or attention. He had what mattered, the little girl sleeping upstairs, breathing safely, alive because he refused to quit. If Duke's story reminded you why dogs are more than pets, they're family guardians, hit that subscribe button. We share true rescue stories like this one every week because these moments deserve to be remembered. See you in the next one.